if you haven't manifested, or if it hasn't fully shown up what you really want, and you're looking for the signs, and you're thinking maybe you're doing something wrong, or you're thinking maybe I'm not doing enough, or I'm not affirming enough, and I need another tool, you don't need to go anywhere anymore. You just need to watch this video, because I'm really going to share with you what is missing. And 95% people are missing this when they struggle with manifesting what they want, when they struggle with really getting what they want, not like small things like checks here and there or little things, like your life's big vision. What is it that's missing? So you want to pay a lot of attention. And if you're someone who would love to be a walking, talking magnet to your manifestation, want to manifest 24/7, 100 times faster, then this channel is for you, because this is all about how you can accelerate your manifestation 100 times faster. So please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications, so anytime we put a new content up, you're the first one to be notified. So the missing piece of the puzzle in your manifestation is not another tool, not another affirmation, not another something, but is you. Is you. It's really you. Yes, I just said it. It's you. So what do I mean? What I mean is that we are looking for things that we need to fit in this manifestation puzzle. Like, I need my affirmations. I need this tool. I need to understand how manifestation works, right? But all the answers are within. Okay? And when you go within and ask yourself, who am I? What am I conscious of being right now? Because law of attraction and manifestation is not going to save your life. It's not something like, my life is crippling down, or my life is going crazy, or I don't have what I want. Law of attraction, come and save me. It's not going to save you. It is more of who you are. So you attract who you are. You attract more of what you feel. So whatever you're feeling right now, the universe or God says yes to that, right? So it is an acceleration of what you are right now. You receive that. So when we want to understand law of attraction, it's like when two things have resonance, when they are in resonation, when they are in harmony with each other, when they are similar to each other, they attract. So it's really the law of resonance. So you are attracting who you are. And the greatest thing about you is, in your truth, you are the most powerful creature ever existed on the planet. You are the highest form of creation. Now, the gap between your manifestation is you is what can you conceive about you? So what are you willing to accept to be true about you today, right in this very moment, is what you're going to manifest. Now, when you say to yourself, I'm a millionaire, I am rich, I am loved, the thing with all of those things is, at a conscious level, you're like, yes, yeah, I would love that. I want that. Yeah, I'm feeling it. But what starts to happen is you have a current mental program and identity, which is based on how do you really see yourself. And most of it was created when you were little, by the time you were 7, 8 years old, 9 years old. And all the ideas and identities about money, how things are, who you are, if you got a bad grade, if you failed something, if you passed something, everything went in that program, and it made who you are right now. That means how you really see yourself. So when you say to yourself, I'm a millionaire, there is a second voice saying, no, you're not. There's a second voice saying, you know how hard it is to make millions? There's a second voice who's saying, it's not true. And then you're like, I really want that to happen. I'm like really bulldozing that feeling down my heart, but I feel this in my throat, like I'm feeling this in my heart. I'm like, there is resistance. I feel it, but I really want it. So I'm gonna affirm 200 times. I'm gonna really like put this in, and I'm gonna force it. And the more you force it, there is more resistance. And the reason that is happening is because your current mental program, which has been created over a decade or since your childhood, is not supporting that, because there is so much evidence right now is given to your mind, which it has taken and turn it into a mental program, which is contradictory to all of that. So when even you're trying to bulldozing those feelings, or you're trying to shove those feelings down in those affirmations, it's not working because it's being rejected. And then what happens is you end up feeling more of the opposite and you attract the opposite. So what we want to create is we want to create the resonance. We want to create the alignment, the similarity, so that you can attract who you are. That means instead of finding another tool, instead of finding another training, instead of finding the next thing, the next shiny thing, you want to go within and you want to say, okay, let me become aware. Who am I? How do I really see myself? Write a love letter to money. Write a love letter to money and really write what you feel about money. Like without saying, oh, I can't write that, I will manifest that. You are already manifesting that because that's what you're conscious of being. So let's uncover that. Okay. What do you really think about money? What is your feeling about money? If I ask you to imagine checking your bank account or paying your electric bill or something to do with money, how do you feel? Because money and everything else is responding to your frequency 24/7. Money is responding to you. I give this example to my clients all the time, that it's like, when two people are running after like one person is running after the other person, but they start going in a circle, right? So now they're running in a circle, and at a point comes when they forget who is running after who, because they both are running after each other. So we think we have to chase money, but actually money is chasing us. Money is responding to us. But when we say to ourselves, I'm not, like when you say to yourself a millionaire and you don't feel that alignment, you don't feel that saying yes you are, or when you're not conscious of being that and you're shoving it down, money is responding to you or not, right? So the key is not to force yourself to feel the feeling. The key is to ask yourself, who am I? Because that mental program that has been created is controlling how you think, how you feel, how you act. So if you don't change that, you'll just keep fighting with yourself and you will feel the opposite and create more of the same, right? So you want to look at yourself and really start to become aware. See what kind of words you use about yourself. What are your patterns? What are your biggest fears? What do you doubt? Like just be observant to your thoughts without any judgment, without anything. Just observe who you are. What are you thinking? What do you think all day long? Like if you, before going to sleep, if you really ask yourself, what have I actually thought all day long? What did I think yesterday? Like really, what did I think? Not, well, I know consciously I want to manifest that, but what did I actually think? What did I think in my thoughts? How do I feel? What kind of feelings do I feel? Do I feel like it's taking long? It's too much. It's hard work. I have to sacrifice that. Look at other people. They're manifesting things. It's not work. What am I really thinking? What kind of terms do I use? Like when somebody talks to me, I can tell you what your mental program is. I can tell you how much money you're earning because it tells you about your mental program, how you see yourself. So the first thing in all of that is awareness. So the missing piece of puzzle is you becoming aware of how you're conceiving yourself right now on autopilot. Once you change this mental program then you will start on autopilot to think from that place, to feel from your vision, to act from that vision. Otherwise, you'll constantly just fight something that you can never outperform. It's like if you have an iPhone 10 and you want it to work like iPhone 14 and you're just fighting with it and just trying to like change, do the like turn it on and press those buttons, it's not going to change. Just reprogram the thing. Okay? Because your mental program is there to support you so that most of the things it can do on autopilot. And I can give you a really powerful example that we are talking about phone. If I take my phone right now, right, and if I throw it on the floor, don't worry, I have carpet, so it's not gonna break. But if I throw it on the floor, I can pick my phone up without even stop talking to you. Like I can talk to you and at the same time I can bend and I can pick my phone up, right? Now, when I bend, I actually bend my arm. I actually bend my muscles, my elbow, my hand, certain bones, certain muscles at a specific angle. I bend all those things at a specific way, right? But if you ask me consciously, or if I ask you, do you know what angles I used, how I bend, how did I move myself, you don't know any of that. I don't know any of that. Why? Because my subconscious did all the calculations of how much I should bend what angle should I use? How should I bend my elbow? Even when you're driving, like do you sometimes you're thinking about something, we are on phone through Bluetooth, hopefully, right? Not talking on the phone is completely illegal here. Or you're thinking about something, or you're talking to the person sitting next to you. Who is doing all the calculations, like at what speed you should press the accelerator, when you should, at what angle you should turn your steering wheel? Who is doing all these calculations? Your subconscious. So your subconscious knows the how. It knows how to get there in a very precise and in the most effective way. But the problem is, when it comes to our life and our life's vision, we don't set the right address, because our address is our current mental program, which was based on our childhood experience, us growing up, how we saw ourselves. So the way we change the address, like when you sit in the car, you write the address. The way you write the address is you really become one with the version of you who is a match. Like you activate the version of you who has already done it. But in order to do that, you have to first understand what do you really conceive of yourself? Ask yourself, who am I beyond, like you're a teacher, you're a business owner, you are this, you're a mother, you're a father, you're a sister. Beyond all of that, who are you? Who are you at the core of you? What is your belief about yourself, about money? What are your thoughts? And when you start to do that, then you can bring them in alignment by start to choose new ones. But you cannot change them until you know what they are. So even when you shove those affirmations down, they're not going to work, because there is so much data contradicting that. That's why the best way to understand what your mental program is, when you say something, you will get a second answer. Let's say you're saying, I'm so loved, but you haven't manifested your partner yet. The answer will be, no, you're not. So if you are really conscious of being loved, when you say I'm loved, you will feel the resonance in your body. Your body is speaking to you. Like if you feel a pit in your stomach when you say something, that means you don't trust yourself. If you feel something in your heart, that means you don't love yourself, you don't feel you're worthy. If you feel something in your throat, that means you don't really express yourself, you don't really say what you really want to say, right? So your body is very, very wise. It's telling you where you're seeing yourself. So the key to understand in the manifestation puzzle is that these things, like feel your way to be rich, think your way to be rich, all those things work, but at a very superficial level. Because we are not going deep. It's like, when you go for a facial, right? And they just like do a facial at like a very superficial level. You don't even feel that feeling of like cleansiness, like you're cleansed, you're fully rejuvenated, like you feel like everything has come out. But when you do this work of going within and looking, like if I'm a pure channel of divine operations, if I'm one with source, then what in me is not supporting that? If I can really create what I want, which is absolutely true, then what part of me is not aligned? And that's when you start to really go within and extract everything out, like extrafoliant effect, and having those serums and everything just fully, you feel like you're born again. That's the feeling you want to get to. But that only happens when you go within. So the missing piece of the puzzle in your manifestation is nothing outside of you. But what do you conceive of yourself? Who you are.